Please subscribe the channel for more videos. We promise to keep you entertained. In the previous episode, the saint had taken evil dragon deep into the water and the armored dragon attacked the city. A scene follows in which Lindsay asks the armored dragon for a game. Dragon asks her where she comes from and tells her to go from here. Dragon also tells her he hasn't enough time to play with her, but Lindsay holds his tail and repeats her demand to play with her. Armored Dragon thinks that what is wrong with this child and why is she persisting to me to play with her? People are also watching the Armored Dragon and the girl secretively, and they are astonished at what the little girl is doing. They think that this dragon can be her pet dragon. Otherwise, how can a girl be so courageous to stand in front of a monster dragon? The dragon becomes angry because he can't tolerate people comparing him with humans. He also accepts challenges as he belongs to the demon army and can't refuse. It's against the dignity of Demon's Dragon. He decides to play with the girl and teach her a lesson. Armored Dragon decides to warn the humans by punishing the girl that they shouldn't mess with the dragon. But he is bewildered when he notices that he is in the air and Lindsay is holding him with her hand. He continuously tells her to put him down, but she has other games to play with him. Lindsay is throwing the huge dragon and considers it a ball. She also has a complaint with him that he is not bouncy. The dragon lying on the floor becomes furious and flies in the air. His entire body is replete with current because of anger. Now he has decided to eliminate all of those humans in one breath. People are running from here to save their lives because there is a lightning circle around the dragon's body. Dragon will attack with a lightning ball. But he listens to Lindsay's voice, who is at his back. She gives him another shock and he thinks about how it can be possible. Lindsay picks his tail and makes him whirl like a rope and throws him on the ground. He falls to the floor with a piercing voice and people watch the playing with open eyes. Lindsay again says that he is still not bouncy. On the other hand, the dragon has a firm belief that this girl is not ordinary, but Lindsay still wants to play with him by spinning him and throwing him to the ground. However, Dragon doesn't want to play more, but she is obstinate and does what she wants. In the next scene, the saint captures the dragon in the water and he is unable to breathe. On the other hand, Lindsay is still banging the dragon on the floor. There is also created a heavy magic show wave that Saint is feeling. Saint cannot understand where it comes from, and she is trying to resist the wave, but it's tough to confront them. The magic created by the saint broke and they fell from the height. Now both are screaming because they didn't imagine it. Dragon uses his power unintentionally and creates a black bowl in the sea that saves him. This bowl transforms into a duck and Saint appears on the giant wave. She is angry at him and calls him an evil dragon. She thinks he has a swim ring, which is why he survives. Dragon tries to clear his reputation that he is not evil, but she is not ready to listen to him. Dragon then tries to go away by using his hand as a swimmer, but the duck turns into a balloon and makes him fly in the air. Now Saint is angry that the dragon is not playing reasonably. Instead, he is using his power. But Dragon is surprised by how he survived again, and the Water Saint tells him to come back to fight. Dragon's powers are gifted by Hunter God, helping him in a crucial time. Dragon has understood from the vision that the saint is in Demon's army. She says that he has protected the Celianan, and if the dragon wants to let her go because she is demon, he won't allow it. Now Saint has realized that she can't kill him, so she decides to entrap him by using all her power. She uses her power and creates a cage of water through which the dragon can't set himself free. This cage has the power of all the Celianan's water, so he can't set free, no matter how powerful he is. Dragon decides to take help from his magical claws, but Hunter God's face appeared from it. He tells the dragon that you shouldn't depend on me to save yourself every time. Hunter God is in a cave and tells him to calm himself down. He also says he has already assisted him twice, so he doesn't intend to help him the third time. On this, Dragon says, "You have to help me because there is no Lindsay to save me from this trouble." So Hunter God is his last hope. Hunter God then reveals that this black nebula will help you out to save you on your own. He has a rule that he only helps his pupil 2 times and then they must survive on their own. Because Dragon did not learn anything from him, he has no choice. Meanwhile, Saint thinks that Dragon was again going to play any trick, so she puts more power in the cage and the communication system deteriorates with his dragon's master. Saint also plans to drain all his power, which is terrible for the dragon, and she is draining his magic. She also drains the magic of keeping him small. Because of this, the dragon returns to its giant size and the cage is not big enough to bear a giant dragon. Now, Water Saint is worried that what is happening and the magic spell underwater has broken. The explosion in the water appears and the saint is upset because she can't keep the dragon in the cage. Now, they are flying in the air and the insect thinks that the silver dragon is talking nonsense. We also see a monster within an insect who is saying that he has to perform his duty and also saw a dragon on the floor. Raventia is scared to death and notices that the cage is interlinked to the town square. But Dragon has won this battle. His attention is grabbed by the saint girl weeping and saying, "I'm nothing," although she is damned and yet can't save anyone in the Ciliana. She says that she will join the demon army, but the dragon will not hurt anyone in the city. Dragon says that it doesn't matter if you are demon because you did everything for them and gave them a comfortable and happy life. He also says that you deserve the title of a saint because you are worthy of their worship. Saint asks, "Do you trust that I'll not do evil things and save people?" Dragon says, "I have faith in you and you should trust me that I also don't have any destructive intentions." Now Saint is ready to believe him and thinks this dragon is not evil. He also advises her not to use town water for her spell because the people of this city are dependent on it. So your effort will be useless without water because people will leave this town. She says that you shouldn't tell me what I should do because I am a perfect saint who is well aware of her duties. On this, Dragon says that your thought will take you towards pride. And she says that I have created a mess here. She also needs to do things right here. And Dragon goes to watch out for Lindsay. He is hoping that Lindsay wouldn't create any problems as she had before. He moves, but stops to instruct Saint not to call Mr. Lizard in front of Lindsay. But she is still in the insect. The death locust is on her head. Dragon has identified this insect that destroys the field and he inquires from the saint if she is all right. However, Saint doesn't respond to him and Dragon tries to remove it, but suddenly he feels something wrong around him. He thinks that the magic protected this town, so low-ranked monsters can't enter it. The insect flies from her head, but she acts weirdly and dark blue wipes can be seen on her body. A black wave is moving around her body and Dragon again inquires if she is alright. Saint keeps her hand on her ears as if trying to save herself from someone. In her imagination, a monster appears and tells her to stop hiding her true nature. He also tells her to reveal to the world her true personality and she can listen to the voice of many monsters behind her. Saint is overwhelmed by the evil demon and her eyes turn red. She performs the magic by raising her hand. Because of this, the blocks of floor separate and pipes burst out. She intends to drown all humanity with her power. Dragon understood there's something wrong. He thinks, what is going on? Because everything was fine before. So he tells her to stop this magic, otherwise the entire town has to face the disastrous conclusion. Now, Monster has occupied the saint and she wants to demolish the city with her water capabilities. People watch her in astonishment. She has raised the soil like a pillar and wants to destroy the city because she wants to prove her power by killing all of them and she wants to teach them that no one can fight with her. She attacks with a pile of soil on them, but when it falls on them, they are glad to have it. Now Dragon is also surprised by watching people playing with soil. People consider it sacred and throw soil at each other by making balls. But Saint says humans are ridiculous. because they can't see that they will perish in my hands. She creates a huge ball of mud that will lead them to hell. Dragon is also confused and entrapped in the mud and doesn't know what is happening. She says to all the people to get prepared to face death. Meanwhile, Dragon's eyes widened and he called Lindsay to help them. Lindsay, playing with the dragon, listens to the dragon's voice and leaves the silver dragon. She moves where Dragon calls her and sees a huge ball of mud. She breaks the ball of mud with a single kick. Saint also wonders how it can be possible and yells in bewilderment. When she arrives at the floor, mud disappears with her presence, and the rain of months is started. The dragon blinks his eyes, and Lindsay is on her knees in the dragon's honor. She says, "What can I do for you?" and asks the reason for calling her. Dragon inquires, "Do you know what you did here?" But she doesn't know because she is in a hurry to come here. He also asks if she was a good girl when he was not with her. The dragon fears she can create trouble with her anger, so he asks. Lindsay replies that she played with Dragon as children do, considered him a ball, and smashed it repeatedly. She also says that she is going to part his head, but he called her, that's why she didn't. Dragon is surprised at what she is saying, but he doesn't have time to understand her. There is another essential thing he should deal with it. And he asks about the saint and where she went. Now Saint is weeping bitterly on the ground because she had put so much effort into creating the mud ball, but humans don't get scared of it. She again loses her objective. Now her eyes are still red and Dragon tells her to share her feelings with him. And the episode ends here. Please subscribe the channel for more videos and let us know in the comments about your favorite part of the video. Thank you for watching.